Hello there and welcome back. If you know anything about me when it comes to the show, I really enjoy having local businesses featured here, especially when they've made a pretty big splash when it comes to new technology or a new innovation or a new iteration of an old technology, which is kind of what we're seeing this morning. Daniel Beck, he's the president of Renovo Water. Welcome to the show, sir. How are you today?
I'm great. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, first off, congratulations on the success thus far with your Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah.
What we're going to be chatting about this morning is the Move Adaptable Water Filter that you have on Kickstarter right now. But before we get into it and talk about the different iterations of it, I want you to share with me what Renovo is all about and how you came upon this idea of we need a new water filter system. How'd that happen?
So I've always led an active lifestyle where I've been involved in everything from backpacking to backcountry flying, fishing, global travel, you name it. And so I kind of, I had experience using a lot of different products on the market. And when I started Renovo, we were selling other people's filter products, and we just kind of saw there was a gap in the market that wasn't being fulfilled by anything. And we largely found that out from asking, different customers, what is it that you're looking for? What is it that's missing? And that's how the Renovo Move was born. It's basically a product that we feel is far superior to anything on the market. And more than anything, it's adaptable to somebody who leads an active and varied lifestyle like I do.
Right, and that's a pretty good indication sometimes of something that you think might catch on. If you love it and you're like, I need this, probably other people do too, which seems to be the case. But as part of this conversation, I want you to give us some insight into Kickstarter as well as we move along, because you're quite familiar with how it works, which is awesome. I mean, I remember when Kickstarter first came out, I was like, this is crazy cool. Just the concept was so wild, but now it's so, it's very regular. You see lots of people utilizing it. Why did you guys choose to use that as a platform?
So I'm like you, I've kind of followed it from the very beginning, and I love everything that it stands for, kind of this idea of bootstrapping an entrepreneur working out of their garage and trying to really make a difference by offering a better product or a better service or something. And so from the onset, when I first heard about it, I fell in love with it. I started backing projects, and I thought, this is something I've got to do. And so, I kept looking for, well, what's an idea? What's an idea? And, this kind of, I saw the opportunity for a better water filter. And that's why I decided to do Kickstarters, because I feel like it's really the best platform for supporting an entrepreneur and kind of a new growing business that's trying to just have a go at the market. I mean, I'm competing with these big, multi-million-dollar, even billion-dollar conglomerates that are doing water filters, and I feel this is the platform to get started.
Wow. So this campaign began the beginning of June. You have how many days left now?
We have 3 days left.
And you have far exceeded your goal, which is you have a stretch goal as well. This is a pretty cool concept, and clearly something that people were just as excited about as you were. What does that mean for you to see how people have accepted it?
It's very fulfilling because for one, we weren't sure if Kickstarter was the best platform. I mean, a lot of the products you see on there are very tech oriented, and so it gives us, number one, some validation that we're onto something, and that's fulfilling. But also from a business standpoint, you invest a lot of time and money and energy into developing something, and this is really the time that the rubber hits the road, and you get to see if what you've been working on, kind of without a lot of feedback from everybody, is really something that the market wants and something the market's interested in. And so we're very satisfied to see the results that we've been able to obtain.
So cool. Well, let's talk about the product now. What has made this so popular? Tell me about the different iterations you've got here.
So this right here is kind of the the all-inclusive filter, and really the thing that makes it very unique is it's adaptable in the water that it filters as well as the way that you use it. So we can break the filter down into 3 basic modules, and these 3 modules are designed to filter different levels of contamination. And then from there, you can also adapt the filter in the way that it's used. So we have all these accessories that let you use the filter in whatever ways going to be necessary for the activity you're involved in, or just your lifestyle. So this is, very simple. It's a water bottle. You can fill this from a tap while you're traveling, while you're around town, and address whatever contaminants are in the water at the time. So, here in the States, we have pretty good water. And so you can put in a basic activated carbon filter that's going to improve the taste. It's going to, you can fill it from a tap, from a water fountain, and have water that's just as good as bottled water without, paying for the bottled water all the time and throwing away bottles. And then there's other people that want to use the filter with as a pump, and so we've developed this to be, again, you can adapt it for whatever module you want, and when you're in the backcountry, and it's just a simple pump. So you can also use it with here, like we're showing, on top of a collapsible water bottle. You can drink directly through it as a straw from a stream. So
right, from the stream.
Yeah, but those are all the different ways you can use it. And like I said, each individual filter is targeted for specific contaminants in the water. And so the challenge is really kind of educating the consumer on how they use them and how it goes together.
Right.
But then as they do, they can really, that same filter they're using day to day around town, they can take it into the backcountry, they can take it when they're traveling internationally and use all the same accessories, so you don't have to have 5 or 6 different water filters for all the different things that you do.
Right. And let's go into some of those things that Move actually blocks or altogether removes from the water. Let's go over that.
So we'll start with the very basic, and the first module that we have, it's activated carbon, and so that's going to deal with chemicals, taste. It's going to make the water taste better, also look better. It'll take out a lot of color. So chlorine, that's the one thing that most people taste in water coming out of the tap. So that's a chemical that the activated carbon deals with. And then from there, we go into hollow fiber membrane, which is the Move 2 module. And with that one, it takes care of bacteria, protozoan cysts. So this is the one that most people would use when they're in the backcountry. When you're hiking, you're backpacking, hunting, whatever it is, this filter deals with everything that you find in high river streams. Typically you aren't encountering chemicals, so you can use just this filter alone without any of the other 2 modules. And then the third module, that one is very much inclusive of these other 2. You can use it with all of them together, or you can use just this module right here. And this is a unique technology. It's called Nanolume. That was really the core of it was developed in a NASA laboratory to recycle water on the space station. So you know what that means.
That's pretty legit. And okay.
And so this one will deal with viruses, it'll deal with bacteria, it'll deal with chemicals. So it really does everything the other 2 does, but the one limitation is its capacity. So it doesn't filter quite as much in terms of gallons as the other 2. So around 90 gallons is about what you can expect out of this. If you're traveling internationally, if you're in, if you're on a humanitarian mission in Africa, or if you're in, some areas of the world that are very undeveloped, this filter, you can see, is super compact and used with a water bottle or in a hydration reservoir with a pump, or however you want to use it, it's going to deal with just about anything you come across.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
How cool is that? That is just phenomenal. And right now you can go online and still donate to the project. Give us an idea of some of the gifts that you received.
Yeah, so the price range, it starts out at $18 for a basic water bottle package that we call the Townie. And then it gets all the way up to...
That's with a donation of $18.
You're right.
You get that one. Okay, cool.
And then it goes all the way up to $125, which is kind of the whole kit and caboodle. You get, the pump, you get all the filter modules, the accessories, hydration reservoirs. So that's everything. And then we've got everything in between. And really it's targeted and packaged based off of lifestyle. So you can look at it and say, I do a lot of hiking. I don't really need all these other accessories. I'm going to pick just this package right here.
I like that. How it comes from folks like yourself that know what you want, and you're in that sort of realm of understanding what other people like-minded that are adventurous, and that way they're like, okay, I need this kind, but not this kind, but this and not that, and you've already figured that out for us.
Exactly.
So that's pretty great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so 3 more days. We can go online to Kickstarter. And we enter in, if we're searching for it, what do we do?
If you search for the Move, and that's MUV, then it'll come up. So, and we've got 3 more days. We're so close to doubling our goal. I know that's going to happen today.
That is insane. That is so cool. Like I said, good work. That is so fantastic. And I didn't ask you this before, but before I let you go, for others out there that have an idea or they want to promote it and they think it's really cool, what advice would you give to folks to pursuing a passion?
Just talk to somebody that's done a Kickstarter project. There are so many resources online that tell you how to run a Kickstarter, what steps you should do, how far along in the process you should be before you go on the platform. And so just a lot of research, a lot of learning, and whether that's talking to somebody that's done it before or just getting online and using the resources there, the more you learn, the better off you'll be, and the better prepared you'll be for the campaign.
Well, hey, good work.
Thank you.
Good luck moving forward. I hope you guys double that goal. That's
Absolutely.
just fantastic.
Thank you.
We can find you where online?
At renovowater.com.
Very good.
Yep.
All right. Well, Daniel Beck, I appreciate you being here, the president of Renovo Water. We'll be right back after this commercial break. We're chatting with a motocross athlete after this.